Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into a cluster of searches, and I gotta say, it's all about basketball.
Yeah, seems like someone's been glued to some recent matchups between those SEC rivals, the Florida Gators, and the Auburn Tigers.
Right. It's clear, that we're not just talking about casual browsing here. There's real depth to these searches, lots of specifics.
Absolutely. We're talking game schedules and scores, player names, coaches. It's a deep dive, that's for sure.
Okay, so first off, the sheer volume of Florida versus Auburn versus Florida searches. Tons of variations too, like basketball and score. Clearly, there was a recent game or maybe even an upcoming one that had you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, and it wasn't just about finding out the score, There were searches for predictions, so it's almost like you wanted to get ahead of the game, see what the experts were thinking.
Totally, yeah. It's about that anticipation, right? And speaking of players, a couple of names kept popping up. Walter Clayton Jr. and Alex Condon. Heck, you even searched for Clayton's age and where he's from.
Right, so it's more than just stats. It's like you were trying to get a sense of these players, beyond the court, their backgrounds and all. And I think we see that, too, with searches for Broome Auburn, probably another player, right?
For sure, another key player. It's interesting, how these individual player narratives can really draw us into a whole team dynamic.
Yeah, absolutely. You're looking at the pieces that make up the whole puzzle. And speaking of key figures, let's not forget about the coaches. There were searches for Bruce Pearl and Todd Golden. You were definitely factoring in those coaching styles and strategies.
Absolutely. I mean, it goes without saying that those are two big names in college basketball, right?
Right.
You recognize the influence they have on their teams.
Absolutely. And this isn't just about, armchair analysis. You wanted to watch the games, experience the action firsthand.
Exactly. There were searches for where to watch and channel, which means you weren't just reading about it. You wanted to see those plays unfold in real time.
There's nothing quite like being in the moment with live sports, right? It's that shared experience, the excitement.
Totally. Now let's get to those nail-biting moments. The searches for Auburn score, Florida score, who won. You were eager for those results.
And it's not just about a single game, right? You were also looking at the bigger picture, searching, did Florida beat Auburn? Has Auburn won a national championship in basketball? So you're taking both recent results and long-term legacy into account.
Yeah, totally. That search for Florida versus Auburn SEC championship tells me you're aware of their history, those high-stakes battles in the conference.
Right. Every matchup is part of a larger narrative. You were tapping into that whole history, those rivalries.
And the consistent use of Gators and Tigers, Youth and LO. You were all in on these specific programs, no doubt. Plus, that one search for the women's game shows an interest in the broader athletic landscape, too.
Right. It's a full-on university-level rivalry, and you were tuned into it.
So, to sum it all up, these searches paint a picture of someone who's deeply invested in this Florida-Auburn basketball rivalry. You're tracking those star players, considering the coaching strategies, eager to watch those matchups, and interested in both the immediate results and the long-term history.
It's fascinating, isn't it? And this leads to a question for you, the learner. What is it about this rivalry that keeps you coming back? Is it a specific matchup on the court, the coaches, the history between these two programs? What sparks your interest? Something to think about.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No